Stop punishing yourself for having a heart. Like, how else do you expect to experience life if not through living it? Hi, I'm Paula, the girl that sits here every week to talk about things that happen to all of us, but that we don't really talk about enough. And today, I just wanted to talk about this tendency that we have to just hide our emotions and this perception that we have that the person that doesn't feel bad, then it's like the best person. That we can just not show our emotions, and that if you feel sad, then you're wrong and you're weak and you shouldn't be feeling that way, because you know what? That's bullshit. It's not true. And honestly, I feel like hiding your emotions, especially from yourself, if you want to hide them from the rest of the world, well, that's up to you. But just stopping yourself from feeling, it's really not going to take you anywhere. And it's not going to make the feeling go away. If something, it's just going to make it even harder. Because not only you're feeling bad, but you're also feeling bad because you feel bad. So it's just getting worse. This is the thing. Doesn't matter how much you try to be unbreakable and to be always happy and to be just perfect, you cannot escape your humanity, okay? You cannot escape your emotions. You cannot escape falling in love and being disappointed and being sad, excited. You cannot escape those things because they come with life. They are part of your life. In fact, you know that you're alive and you feel alive because you feel things. And you know what? That's amazing. It's actually amazing that we get to feel this huge range of emotions that really let us have this human experience. And I think it really is a shame that we are just trying to hide that, to showcase a really perfect version of ourselves that doesn't involve feeling. Because what's the point of doing that? It's like we've normalized not being human. And for what purpose? Like, I feel like if we all hide our emotions, even from ourselves, nobody's gaining anything from that. Like, we all just feel shitty, but we don't do anything about it. This is mostly for bad emotions, because I feel like none of us tries to escape or hide the good emotions, so we're just going to skip those. But this is something that you need to know for every time that you feel sad or angry or disappointed or you feel lost or you feel numb. I know that you are drowning in that emotion, that you feel like you're drowning in pain. And you know what? It will keep hurting. It will keep hurting until one day it just won't, because nothing in life stays the same forever. And this is something that we have to come to terms with. You're not going to be happy forever in the same way you're not going to be sad forever. Everything is always changing, everything is always moving. That's really the most common pattern we see in nature. Nothing is stagnant, nothing stays the same forever, and neither should you. Like, you're actually not even supposed to. We are supposed to change and grow and experience and evolve. And there's no point in just trying to stay the same forever. And this is the thing. How do you expect your suffering to go away if you keep shutting yourself down with it? You just lock up yourself from the world with your suffering, and then it's just you and your pain hiding away from the world. And honestly, that's just going to make it last longer. And I feel like this is really important. You don't need to show your emotions to the rest of the world if you don't want to. It's great that you try to. It's great that you try to open yourself to other people. But actually, you may find so much love and support in other people. You may be lucky enough to realize that you don't have to go through all of those things by yourself. But there's no pressure in doing that. If you don't feel comfortable, it's fine. But there really is no point in hiding them from yourself. You know, if you feel bad, you feel bad. You don't have to pretend like you don't feel bad, even when it's just you. You don't have to be home alone trying to distract yourself from your pain just so you don't feel it. You don't have to be avoidant with yourself, because the pain is following you everywhere you go. Even if you decide to ignore it, it's still there. And I think that the best way to approach negative emotions is to just accept them, not be okay with them if you don't want to, but just accept the fact that they're there, accept that they exist, accept that you're feeling it, and letting yourself feel it with other people or by yourself, whatever you prefer, but just let yourself feel it. Let yourself be in love. Let yourself have a crush. Let yourself be hurt. Let yourself be disappointed and cry or draw or scream. I don't know, whatever you feel like you need to do. But it's okay to let yourself do those things. It's okay to feel your emotions. You don't have to be avoidant and numb with yourself, and that doesn't make you weak. You're literally just a person. We all go through it, and it's ridiculous that we try to pretend that we don't, because we are all humans, and it's okay to be human. And I don't know who needs to hear this. I'm really sorry if at some point in your life someone made you feel that expressing your emotions made you weak, or that your emotions weren't worth expressing, or that expressing them would make you vulnerable to the world, be even more hurt. You didn't deserve that. And I know that, well, maybe this apology doesn't feel the same if it comes from me. You would prefer it to come from like the person who hurt you, but this is what we've got. And I just want you to know that you didn't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to have their humanity taken away from them. And I'm sorry that happened to you. But this is the thing. There's a limited amount of growth and change in a defined space. So if you keep just caging yourself with your bad emotions without letting them out, without allowing yourself to feel them, and be patient with yourself and learn from them and just make your life yours, it's going to be really hard to actually grow as a person, because you're stopping yourself. You're not letting you like out. It's like if you were trapped in a box, at some point you just run out of space. And I just want you to know that this is not one of those motivational videos, just in case. I'm not gonna come here and put this like super motivational music and just tell you to grow despite the pain and that you can do it and all of those things. This is just an intimate conversation, you know? It's just two people talking about emotions and humanity and talking about life and growth, because you know what? I'm saying all of those things, but I am growing as well. I'm learning as well. And I think it's important that we talk about this and that we share our thoughts and our experiences and our lessons, so we can all just grow together and feel a little bit less alone. For me at least, it helps a lot to know that there's other people going through the exact same thing, and that there's other people who I can express myself with, and you know, this feeling that this person, they just get me. That's the point of this video. So it's not really advice, it's just a conversation, I guess, between two people that are just growing and trying to find their way through life. Listen, not much can change if you don't let it change. If you trap your bad emotions with yourself and you don't let them flow, they're just not going to change. And even if you didn't receive the apology you deserved, well, it really is up to you to decide until what point in your life you're going to be carrying this pain and this anger with yourself, like inside of you. It really is up to you if you want to start working on it now or later. But it's not going to go away on its own because you're trapping it. For it to go away, you need to let it flow. You need to let it actually get out. And as I said, it doesn't have to be with someone else if you don't want to. If you're afraid to be vulnerable with other people. But you can let it out with yourself. You can actually cry. You can be hurt. You can feel like you didn't deserve those things. And you can do it until you start feeling better. You don't have to like forgive every person who hurt you, but you don't deserve to be carrying that pain with you everywhere you go. You can heal and still know that you didn't deserve that, and still decide not to forgive the people who did that, but not let it affect you. You know, you're just, at some point you're healed, you're at peace, but you're still aware that there's people who just don't deserve a place in your life because of what they did, but you move on from that. That's like the goal, you know, that's where you get when you let your emotions flow, when you let them out. Oh, and just in case you are going through this and you think this is a good like coping mechanism or like avoidant tool to not be sad, avoiding being happy is not going to stop you from being sad. And I know it sounds like a little bit weird that there's people out there who actively avoid feeling happy, but it is actually pretty common. You know, it's common to be so scared of being sad that we actively distance ourselves from things that make us feel great, just because we know at some point those good feelings are going to be over and we don't want to experience that. But this is the thing, doesn't matter how much you avoid happiness, the other emotions are still going to come. Like, the other emotions are going to come if you let yourself enjoy or not. So what's the point? You know, it's the same with good and bad emotions. Just let yourself feel them all. They will all go and come again. And I guess the best approach is just to be chill about it, to understand that everything goes, but everything comes, and you're just learning how to cope with those things, and you're learning how to do it every time better, because you deserve to experience and you deserve to learn. And I think a good approach to it, to like bad emotions, because we tend to be like really scared of them, it's to realize that your emotions are actually not there to hurt you, especially the bad ones, your sadness, your anger, all of those negative emotions. They're actually not there to hurt you, even if they feel bad. They're there to help you. They make you realize that there is something in your life that it's not okay. Either if it's a person, a situation, whatever, your bad emotions signal you that something is not okay. So if something, they're just protecting you. They're letting you realize that there's something in your life that needs to change. Either you need to cut someone off, or you need to work on this particular relationship, or I don't know, maybe get another job. Whatever it is, your negative emotions are the ones that let you know. They are your allies. You know, your emotions are not your enemies. They are your allies, and they are there for you to help you have a good life. If something in your life is making you feel bad, you don't have to avoid that feeling. It's easier to just listen to it and try to find what's making you feel bad and fix that. And once you do that, the emotion will just naturally go, because there's no point for it to be in your life anymore. Like, for example, if you're feeling sad because your partner said something and you're just overthinking it, well, then talk to your partner about what they said, figure it out, and then you're going to probably feel better, and that emotion is just going to go away because you already fixed that thing. Your emotion doesn't need to signal you that there's something wrong anymore. So if you have a hard time feeling your emotions, if you find yourself avoiding them, try to perceive them as your allies, even as your friends or your protectors, because that's actually what they are for. Every time you feel angry, it's just your body letting you know that you are not being treated in the way you deserve. So if something, even your bad emotions, are actually good emotions. They are helping you live a life that feels good for you. Oh, and just so you know, emotions are really messy, and you don't have to be embarrassed because of the extent of them. Because when you feel sad, you feel way too sad, or when you feel happy, you feel way too happy. They are messy and they are weird, and they are just very passional. They make us act in a very emotional way, because we are humans, we feel, and it's okay, and you don't have to be embarrassed of it. We all feel them, and it's just stupid to pretend like we don't, and it's just stupid to look at other people feeling things and think, oh my gosh, that's so cringe, that's so embarrassing. What the fuck? We all feel them, and we all know we feel them. And you know what? It's actually very liberating to just let yourself feel your emotions, and also let other people feel their emotions, because it's just easier to be a person that way, because life itself is already hard. Now try to cope with it while pretending like everything's perfect all the time. It just makes things harder. So feeling your emotions will just bring you a lot of freedom and control and acceptance. It really is one of the best things you can do in life as you grow. Accept your emotions and grow with them and let them help you. Oh, and one last thing. If you want to express your emotions to someone you love, but you're scared of the dynamics changing once you express how you feel, what the fuck? Like, is that how you want to be loved for the rest of your life? A type of love in which you're just not able to express yourself in order to feel okay? Think about that. Because if you're with someone that doesn't make you feel safe enough to share your emotions, ask yourself if that's really how you want to keep living for the rest of your life. So the next time you feel sad, bitch, cry. It's okay to cry. The next time you have a crush, let the adrenaline kick in. You don't have to go confess your feelings if you don't want to, but let yourself feel the love. Next time you feel happy, laugh and enjoy and smile. And just don't take life that serious. Just try to breathe, try to calm down, try to be present, and just feel every emotion as it comes, and try to relax. You're doing a great job. You're doing okay, and you're learning. You're learning, and you are going to be alright. So I send you a massive hug. Remember that you are not alone, and see you later.